Here the worshipper, Hanumanji, and the worshipped is Lord Rama. The benefit of the work of the superior personalities are not for the self alone, but for the prosperity of all others. They may have a message to impart to the humanity. In such a noble attempt, the demonic forces and their treacherous activities will be eliminated. But their personalities should be transformed from the titanic into divine. For such people, under the service of godly concepts, the Master or the Lord will supply supernatural powers so that they may not misuse it for their ego to satisfy or to justify it, but it may undertake a service of developing selfless ego and divine motivation among the devotees. Anjaneya, being a rare one among them, has achieved supernatural and stupendous powers known as Siddhis. According to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the above-mentioned Siddhis are divided into 8 varieties. They are known as the 8 divine attributes. That is known as Ashta Aishwarya Siddhi. Ashta means 8. Aishwarya means prosperity. They are by name as follows. 1. Anima. Anima is the capacity of the Superman to reduce his figure into minuteness as he wants. In Sundarakanda, Hanumanji utilizes this extraordinary power 4 times. The first one was to enter into the mouth of Surasa, the serpent mother. The second one, when he appeared in front of Lankini, who was the gatekeeper of Lanka's fortress, and also who was beaten down by Hanumanji in her attempt to offend him. The third one was his appearance before the Divine Mother Sita Ji, and the fourth one shows how he had shrunken his body to get free from the Brahmastra. The second Siddhi is known as Mahima. Mahima is just opposite to the first one. The power of the enlightened or the Superman to increase his size at will is called Mahima. Hanumanji is seen to exhibit his power in crossing the ocean in order to baffle Surasa while fighting with the Rakshasas, in lengthening his tail when Ravana ordered his servants to wind it up with the cloth and set fire to it, and also when revealing his gigantic size before Divine Mother Sita Ji. Lekhima is the third one. It is the capacity of the Superman to reduce the weight and enjoy the lightness of the body. The fourth one is Garima. It is just contrary to that. It is to increase the heaviness or the weight of the body. These 2 divine gifts are utilized as to the will and pleasure of Hanumanji to win over the cause of his beloved master. While crossing the ocean, he was bigger in size and he kept the lightness of his body. The fifth one is Ishitvam, meaning to be superior and greater than anyone. It's a power to control all the bodies and will of others with one's own will. When Hanumanji appeared in front of Ravana, binding himself in captivity, he was keeping a higher position in giving advice to the vulturous Ravana to make himself free from the adversities of his adamant atrocities. He tried to inspire him with the luminous power and the superiority of Ram and his name. Here, as an enlightened person and greater than all messengers and spiritual masters, Hanumanji expressed his divine will named Ishitvam. The sixth one is Vashitvam. It is the capacity to control the sense organs and to make any person or object subject to one's own will. Seventh one is Prapti, which refers to the power of obtaining anything or reaching anywhere. Eighth one, Pragamyam, is the irresistible will and the power of knowing and gaining of anything from anywhere. All these 8 divine attributes are the characters and the supernatural powers of an enlightened yogi. There are several other siddhis, such as Kamarupatvam, means taking any shape of anything and anyone. Bhutajayam is another siddhi, that is the capacity of controlling the effect of Panchabhutas, the 5 elements of creation, and utilizing them according to one's own will. Swachhanda Mrityu is another siddhi, receiving death at any time as one likes. Dura Shravana Darshanam, hearing the differences of all sounds, beholding the forms of any objects from a longer distance. Then Vajrasamhananatva is another siddhi which makes the body as hard as the diamond. Manojavam, quicker than the mind. Paragaya Pravesham, entering into the body of another without his will. Trikalajnatvam, knowledge, extension into the 3 tenses, present, past and future. Parachitta Abhijnana is the next siddhi, that is mind reading of others. Thus, the siddhis are the divine powers, or the endless in number, under the capacity of a yogi. A visible example of such an eminent and luminous, enlightened personality is my Guruji, Brahmashree Nilakantha Gurupada, who attained the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. As mentioned above, the worshipper and the worshipped are assuming into one. Guruji was an unattainable power reached at the extremity of the divine prowess. He had broken all the strings and strains of an ordinary human existence. Even the people had named him and called him as Hanuman Swamiji. He is beyond anything exemplary. Anyone who has heard of Swamiji cannot fail to remember his extraordinary powers when reading about Hanumanji's adventures in Sundarakand.